All right. Unit 2, Activity 3 brings us to a new level of marketing. So, we're going to talk about two major pieces of marketing. And if you ever find yourself working in retail, you will likely have experience with one of these things. So, let's just get started. Stores are really interested in what makes consumers buy products. They have psychologists and whole teams of people that look at the reasons why people buy things, and then those people make decisions for the company to implement to hopefully make people buy more. More buying equals more profit, which equals a more successful company. So, one of the major things that stores worry about is visual merchandising. Most major stores, especially in Ottawa, have a visual merchandiser on staff who is their main responsibility is making sure that the store looks good. Visual merchandising isn't just like a display, it is the look of the whole store. And in making your store look good, the hope is that you'll sell the product that's within your store by creating a positive shopping experience. So, for example, Costco doesn't care about visual merchandising really because they're not trying to create a positive shopping experience by the look of the store. They're trying to make a positive shopping experience by low prices and maybe some samples in there as well. But we're going to be looking at retail. So the four areas in which a store will consider the visual merchandising piece is the storefront, the overall store layout, the interior of the store, like lighting and paint, and then the interior displays, so things you'll find the mannequins within the store. Generally, a store will have a theme depending on what the visual merchandiser wants. So a lot of us will see Christmas themes coming out in the next little while. Generally, Christmas runs for about 6 weeks prior to Christmas, maybe even more. You've got Halloween in there as well. And so a lot of people will shift straight from Halloween into Christmas. And that's about 8 weeks prior to Christmas or 7 weeks prior to Christmas. You'll also get seasonal themes, like in the spring, you might see a spring theme coming out in mid-February. And so generally the themes come out after big events. So after Valentine's Day, for example, they might pop into a spring theme. After Easter, you might pop into a summer theme. Fall themes start in August, where you probably notice back to school. There might also be other types of themes, like creative themes, like maybe a camping theme or an outdoors theme. Or it might be some sort of event, a special event or a promotion. So depending, like Canada 150, there was probably a lot of Canada 150 themes or Canadiana themes in Ottawa in particular. So when you're talking about display design, you have to think of basic elements and principles of design. And these are things, concepts that aren't solely linked to fashion, they're actually art concepts. So elements of design are line, shape, size, space, color, texture, and value. And we're going to be looking a lot at these in our further units. And principles of design are more how the design interacts, so balance, contrast, emphasis, proportion, pattern, and gradient. So let's talk about this in regards to display. So balance. How are things distributed within the display? So is it all on one side and then there's only one thing on the other side? It doesn't need to be balanced equally to describe how the balance plays out. Emphasis, what's the focal point? Maybe it's a really cool lighting display. Maybe it's a garment. That would make the most sense if the focal point is your product, but it might be something else. Proportion, do the items in the display relate in size? Like, are some big, some small? And are they of good size? Some things are too small to put in a display, or you have to do something special to make it so they can be seen. Like rings, for example, you're going to want to play around with the design in a window to make sure that you can actually see the rings. Rhythm is how your eye moves around the display. So once you figure out what the focal point is, where do your eyes go next? And then harmony, do the items blend together to create some sort of unity? So you want some sort of theme in order to have a harmonious display. So in addition to visual merchandising, something that a company might decide is important for them is a celebrity endorsement. A lot of companies use celebrities to further their brand. So basics that I want you to know is a celebrity is anyone who's recognizable in public by a large group of people. So it doesn't need to be Beyonce to be a celebrity. It could be like a local celebrity. As long as people know who that person is, that's fine. Celebrities by nature are powerful people. Whether or not they have money or not, their importance and their recognizability helps them wield power. And so celebrities and companies that back celebrities are banking on the celebrity using that power to make their brand. However, if you don't treat your celebrity endorser right, or the celebrity endorser does something problematic, like Tiger Woods when he started cheating on his wife, that can actually break bans. So you don't want to be associated with someone like that. Sometimes celebrities act as spokespeople for the company, but sometimes they just do advertisements and things like that. So here's an example of Beyonce. Beyonce has been a part of lots of celebrity endorsements. That's part of the reason why she's worth billions of dollars. But here's an example of her endorsing L'Oreal products. So why would a company pay millions of dollars, let's say, for someone to just talk about their product? And there's a couple of things that I've narrowed down. Celebrities can help position or reposition a brand. So let's say a brand is failing, then they might hire on a celebrity to help reposition that brand in a different spot. So make it seem younger, make it seem cooler, make it seem better than it is. Celebrities also contribute to sustaining a brand's aura. An aura is like the feeling that one gets when you think about a brand. So you can help that. So a lot of good girl next door type women do celebrity endorsements, like Jennifer Aniston, for example, or Julianne Moore, or Ellen. Celebrities can be used to save or revitalize a brand, and celebrities can use their PR leverage to mention their product and mention the brand that they're supporting. They can also create global brand awareness because everyone around the world knows who Beyonce is. So that means a commercial with Beyonce might be more popular than a commercial that just has some random no-name person. And then they can promote specific products. So maybe they promote a retail brand and then they'll be out wearing their clothes. So choosing a person to endorse a product is a big task, and the companies have to consider a lot. So not everyone is a good celebrity endorsement person. Number one is credibility. They need to exude the qualities that the brand wants you to exude. So, for example, Rihanna says something different than Brad Pitt or some other person. So their credibility and what they think is important is the first thing that they need to think of. Global appeal is also something to consider. You want the person to be recognizable. For example, celebrities in Japan who are Japanese, they might have amazing staying power in Japan, but the product, they might not use the same celebrity for global appeal because that person isn't recognizable in America or in England, for example. Personality is important. You want to have a good personality, a likable personality, a personality that other people will be drawn to. And you want to make sure that their power and the brand is equal. So you don't want to pick Beyonce as your celebrity endorser if you're some random company, because then people are going to forget about your little random company and they're just going to think about Beyonce. So Versace